Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel. We talk about it in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. This is Saturday on this channel, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Scream 7. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so every time a new Scream movie comes out, we all, of course, have our hopes and dreams. Those things that we desperately want to see in the new Scream movie. And this is kind of my wish list of those things that I want to see. However, I also want to take this time to kind of engage with you guys. Let you guys know that I want to hear all of your hopes and dreams for it as well. So definitely let me know if there's something you agree with that I'm saying, or if you have something else that you think that this Scream movie needs to do. Now, of course, this is just a list of mine of things that I want to see. So we're going to kind of look at them from likely to unlikely, but not in any particular order. So I'm going to kind of give you my thoughts on each individual thing and how likely it is to happen. And then we'll see when the new Scream movie comes out if any of my hopes and dreams were met. Or any of yours. So, okay, so number one is a very unlikely scenario that you constantly hear people talk about. Every time that I see a new Scream movie come out, there's always those people that want Ghostface in the snow. And hey, I get it. There would be something iconic about that. However, I know that the likelihood of that is pretty much non-existent. What wouldn't be non-existent, though, is a storm. Horror movies and storms have always gone hand in hand. And we have never had a Scream movie where there's been some horrible storm outside during the course of it. It would add to the entire narrative of this rainy, horrible night if it was an outright storm. And Ghostface is running through the rain after a victim that's having to stumble through the mud and through the puddles. That would be something that would be iconic. It would also definitely add to a suspenseful moment in the film. And I could be 1,000% down for them to do that. I think that that would work. But in likelihood, we've never seen it happen in Scream, so the chances of it happening, I'm going to put at about 10%. I don't see them doing it. However, it is something that they could very well do and would be kind of cool to see. Now, next up, I thought that Dewey was dead. But I keep hearing rumors that Dewey is in fact alive. I don't know if I believe he's alive or dead, but this is Dewey. And Dewey being alive or dead is kind of, wow, he has survived literally everything that they've thrown at him in every single movie. So why wouldn't he be able to be alive in this one? I think it's very likely he could turn out to be alive. Somehow just having survived all of his different injuries and everything. And we could see that come to fruition in this movie. We could see a throwaway scene where he's living with Gale and they're talking about how he got injured in 5. Okay, that could be something that happens. However, if you're looking at 5 and 6, Dewey wasn't in 6, and Gale had moved on with her life. So I kind of see that as a bit unlikely, but it is Dewey, so it wouldn't surprise me if they went this route. So I'm going to have to give this one a 40%. However, the alternative is that he is AI, and the AI is using him to taunt someone. If this is the case, then I don't want that person to be Sydney. I want that person to be Gale Weathers. I think that him taunting Gale Weathers might actually be one of the coolest scenes we could possibly get. If you think about it, having him taunt Gale Weathers might actually allow her to fall victim to Ghostface. So in this regard of Dewey actually taunting Gale Weathers, whether or not she does fall into some trap because of it, definitely him taunting her, I'm going to give that like a 60% to a 70% that could actually happen. That's almost kind of one of those things I should give a higher percentage to, but I don't know if they would actually do that or not. I don't know if him taunting her is what they're going to do for sure, but that would be my thought. Now, the other thing is killing a legacy character. And as we just stated, Gale Weathers is this legacy character that they could possibly kill. So yes, I think that killing Gale Weathers in this movie would surprise fans. It would be shocking. It would be something out there. It would be something that fans could look back on and realize, whoa, wait, nobody's safe. And that's always the important thing with a Scream movie, is to make sure that people know that nobody's safe. And killing off Gale Weathers is just that iconic. She's been with the franchise since the beginning. Look, they killed off Dewey and people are still talking about it today. So killing off Gale Weathers might be that thing that this movie needs to really stand out. And likeliness of this happening, I'm going to give this about a 70%. I don't think Gale Weathers survives this movie. She's been around in this franchise for a long time. And they are sort of going into this younger direction. They're going away from Sidney Prescott and already saying that Sidney Prescott's daughter is going to be the face of Scream going forward. That's the rumor that everybody's saying. So if that's the case, then I could definitely see Gale Weathers falling victim to Ghostface in this film. Let's take a look at Tatum, because Tatum is supposed to be this new final girl in Scream. She's supposed to be the one moving forward. But that's not the Tatum I'm talking about. Because I actually want to see Rose McGowan as Tatum. I want to see Rose McGowan come back and actually get to play the AI role of Tatum. Get to see her taunt Sidney. Or she could even go ahead and taunt new Tatum. That would be pretty cool. I think that if you're going to bring her back, that she should actually be talking to Sidney Prescott, saying something to her. And this could be really relevant to Sidney. This could make Sidney kind of think, whoa, wait a minute, and really throw her for a loop. I would like to see that happen. However, the likelihood of this one, I'm going to give a 5% to, because I honestly, as much as I would like to see the original Tatum come back and be AI and get to send a message to Sidney Prescott, I don't see this happening for one reason. Rose McGowan, as I understand it, doesn't even live in the United States anymore, and she doesn't really act. Now, I could be wrong on that. I just remember reading that somewhere. So I'm going to go 5% because I don't think that she would actually be there to do this. Now, the next up is we have to look at, will there be 3 killers? All the rumors are saying that there are 3 killers. Let's look at who these killers could be, because a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a family. Okay, so in the case of it being a family, I would actually more than likely think that it would be someone from the past, someone from Sidney Prescott's past. So there are 2 options here that I could see that would really excite me as a viewer. Something that I would actually look at and go, wow, okay, I didn't see this coming, but how cool is that? Number 1 is the Meeks family. Because the Meeks family, even though we saw Randy Meeks' sister's family and we got to know the kids, right? Here's the thing. They are not the stars of this movie, and I don't know why they brought them into this movie, to be honest. I like the characters and I think they were cool. But having them in this movie serves no real purpose except maybe to warn Sidney about what's coming. And if they're coming all this way to warn Sidney or talk to her about what's happening, then I kind of have to wonder why they're there. Even if they're working for Gale Weathers or something like that, I have to wonder why they are there. So actually, they make very good suspects. And if you're having the Meeks twins, why not have Randy's sister as one of the killers? Yeah, bring her back in. She could be the surprise guest that everybody's talking about. That kind of secret guest part that everybody's talking about. She could fill that role. And I would actually give this one a about a 30 to 40% chance of happening, because I don't see them taking these characters and making them evil, although it might be cool to see. Our other family option for this is, of course, the Mocker family. Now, with the Mocker family, we only know a few of them. So we could have, if Matthew Lillard's Stu Macher is still alive, he could, of course, be one of these. His sister could be the other one, and her daughter, or whatever, could be the third killer. I would see that as a possible scenario. I could see them doing that. Alternatively, if you have the Mocker family as the killer, it could be two daughters as the killer and the mom, or it could be the mom, her husband, and the daughter, or something along those lines. It would be very surprising to find out that she is in fact Stu Macher's sister, and a lot of people are suspecting that Anna Camp is playing Stu Macher's sister anyway, so why not? I mean, that actually fits into the narrative if they wanted to go that route. So overall, I would give that about a 40 to 50% of happening, although I'm leaning more towards the 40%. I really do want, if they don't have Stu Macher involved in this, I really do want it to be a new set of killers. That's something it has to do. And then while we're on the topic of things that Scream must do, I want a lot more gore in this movie. I want a lot more scares. I want Ghostface to go back to being something scary and twisted, not let us off easy. The last movie was great, and it did sort of deliver a few times, but there were times that it let us off I felt a little too easy, and I don't want this movie to do that. I've enjoyed all of the Scream movies, even Scream 3 and Scream 4 that people argue are the weakest ones. I've enjoyed them too. However, my thing is, when you're going to be scared, you want to be scared. You don't want to be let off easy all the time. Sometimes it's okay, but don't always let the viewer off easy. So that's my wish list for the new Scream movie. Those are the things that I think they should do. It doesn't mean they will. Those are my things that I would love to see happen. What are some of yours? Make sure to leave me that comment in the comment box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of this conversation as well. Then if you like positive content, you're going to want to let the algorithm know by hitting that like button. If you like our channel personally, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell right next to it so that you never miss a single video we do. Then at the end of the day, friends, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.